Hi, this is Rena from thecheesethief.com, today crafting for ConsumerCrafts.com. And today I'm going to show you how to make these storage containers DIY. And I just love having things that fit perfectly. So these are all my glitters, and I made this little storage container to put inside my drawers. And you can see how my baker's twine kind of fits all in nice and neatly in here. And I'll just show you how to make these from just shipping boxes that I got over the holidays, and I'll show you also how to wrap them so that they look nice and cool, and then you can make them any size you want, and it's fairly straightforward to make, and you use just upcycling materials. So let's get started. So I'm gonna finish off by making one more over here, and I measured out my square, and it's going to be it's about 5.5 by 5.25 inches. So you just can make it whatever size fits your drawer. This is the great thing about it, because when you go to the store, it never quite fits. There's some gaps, so I just like to make it so it fits perfectly, or if it even fits the materials perfectly. You see how the glitter just kind of fits in there, and it just makes it look so neat. If there was a bigger gap, then it would kind of roll around some more. So I measured this out already, and I drew the squares over here. So I am going to cut out this big square. So the middle is 5.5 by 5.5, or 5.25 by 5.5, and make it whatever size you want. And then my sides over here, I made 2.5 inches, and this is also depending on the height of your cabinets or your drawers, if you want to make it taller or shorter or whatever you're going to put in there. So I like 2.5 inches. It seems to fit into a lot of my cabinets and be the perfect height. So, and this is going to be the border. So this is the bottom and this is the outside. So I'm going to cut out the shape so you can see it a little better. So I'm going to use my mat, and this is a really good mat, the EK mat, for cutting to protect my surface. I'm going to use a ruler here and a Kraft knife, and I'm just going to start cutting this shape out, and then you'll see what shape it's going to be. So the basic shape is this big square or rectangle, depending on your dimensions. And I forgot to tell you that I use like the shipping box that already has the bends in there. And if you don't, that's fine. I'll teach you how to bend it, because you see how this side doesn't bend. I'll teach you how you can bend it nice and neatly. So now I'm also going to cut out this little square corners over here, and you'll see what I mean. So I cut it out into this shape. So you see how I cut out all the corners basically, and when you fold this up, it's gonna make a box like that. And I have to, this side doesn't bend because it just came like this, so I'm gonna score it on the opposite side very gently. So you're just gonna take your ruler and do a very gentle, you're not cutting it, you're just kind of creating a little crease on both this one and this one so that it'll bend nice and neatly. So just really gently, like that. And then you see there's just a slight little score there, and then you can bend it like that. So you get a nice even bend. So you can fold this in, and then now you have your neat little box. So that is what I use as my base. And I'm gonna take some tape. So I'm using duct tape. You do wanna use like a heavy duty tape to tape up the sides, because it is gonna hold something. So I'm just gonna cut it and then tape these sides up. So I taped up all my sides, and you can see it's not that neat, but it's okay because I'm gonna cover this box. Now, if you just didn't want to cover the box, you could tape it nice and neatly with duct tape and maybe paint the box, but I'm gonna cover it in wrapping paper. I'm gonna show you how to do it nice and neat so that the inside and the outside, I'm gonna show you, let me move away my glitter. I've covered this box with wrapping paper so that everything is nice and neat looking, even when you remove the glitter inside. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I use wrapping paper. You can use scrapping paper if your box is small enough, or even craft paper, or anything that you have that would cover it up. Even a brown paper bag would work. And I am going to use this really pretty wrapping paper that I have here, and roll it out, and we're gonna measure it so that we can fit the box. Okay, so how I know it can fit the box is I want it to be 6 inches on each side, because this is 2.5 inches, so it's gonna go over and over, so it's gonna be 5 inches, and it's gonna have an inch overlap in the middle. And this will make more sense once I start wrapping it, but you want to make it 6 inches from here to here, here to here, here to here, and down here. So I'm going to cut that out and then you will see. So I cut out my wrapping paper over here. And I am just going to take my glue stick and I'm just going to glue the bottom of the box so that it sticks to the wrapping paper. And I'm going to center it in the middle of my paper over here. Just making sure that this is 6 inches on both sides. And now I am just going to take my scissor and I'm going to cut a 45-degree angle this way. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be exactly 45 degrees. It could be 50 degrees. It could be 60 degrees or 35 degrees. It's just make sure you just want to cut it at some sort of an angle. So you see I'm just doing every corner, just cutting an angle. Because we're going to start wrapping this box. Okay. Oops. So you see what I did there? It's just cut like that. And then now I'm going to take this part, the bottom and the top, and then put some glue up, and you're just going to wrap the box like this. Just going to bend it. And then pull the side up. I'll pull one side up first. Let's do one side and then I'll show you how to do the other side. Now you have the side of the box that looks like this, and then you want to also glue the sides over here. So I'm just going to put some glue over here on this side and this side. And then now I'm going to just take my scissor, and you see how this makes an angle right here? I'm just going to snip right here all the way down, straight down. And this part is going to go down like that, and if it's a little too wide, you can snip it a little more. You just want to make sure that it fits straight down like that. And this side, you can just take your scissor and just snip an angle like that on both sides. You can just kind of snip that too. That will get covered with the other sides. So I'm just snipping this way like that. It doesn't have to be that neat because it'll be covered. So you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to put some tape, glue here on the sides, and then fold it up and do the same thing. So just to repeat, you pull up the side and then the corner, other corner, like that. Kind of get that angle so you can know where to cut, and then cut that straight down. And take this one on the side and snip it. This one, snip it there. And then this one will go straight down too. Okay, so now you have these sides wrapped, and you're gonna do this side. On this side, it's gonna be a little different. You just wanna fold it into a nice 90-degree angle like that. And I'm just gonna take my scissor and I'm just gonna cut most of this triangle off and do the same thing on the other side. So just gonna fold it. This wrapping paper is kind of nice because it has a lot of perpendicular lines and parallel lines, so you can kind of fold it nice and neatly. And then I'm going to take my glue and just glue over here and over here so that this glues. Oops. That glues like that. Put some more glue over here. I'm gonna fold this over like that. You gotta glue the inside too, so just got some glue over here. And then fold it in and on the bottom. And that's glued down. And you do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so now you have your box, but you're like, the outside looks nice and pretty and neat, but the inside doesn't look nice. So what I do there is I actually cut out another piece of cardboard. So I'm going to take my cardboard and then cut out another 5.5 by 5.25 insert. Probably a little shorter because I want to stick it inside. So I cut out another piece of cardboard, and just to make sure that it fits right in there, you want to make sure it's not too big because you're going to also wrap it. And I'm going to take another piece of wrapping paper and wrap it. And I wanted to use a different color on the inside because I thought it would make it look cute. I'm going to use this wrapping paper, and I'm just going to wrap this piece of cardboard really simply. So you just take in my glue, and then this is really simple. You're just basically wrapping a piece of cardboard. So. And there. So you wrapped this piece of paper, and then you just stick it inside there. And now I have my little custom box. So I'm so excited about this. I had to organize my drawers, all my craft items, with these custom little inserts. And you can see it'll fit perfectly inside my drawer. And I actually know what I wanted to put in here. I have a bunch of markers that will fit perfectly in here. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please visit me at thecheesethief.com for more tutorials like this. Also be sure to check out ConsumerCrafts.com for the materials listed in this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and bye now.